I've been loving you too long to stop now. And you want to be free.
Listen me back again, Miss Lady.
My love is going
and
to
I
fall
decided to
as you
talk a little bit
become
about Miss
habit
Lady
to
today
me.
in this segment.
Ooh,
I understand that we're on 101 Real Talk.
Real Talk.
And I'm trying to become a reality hostess about real life and real things. So with that in mind, before I can go any further in this career, I would like for people to know who Miss Lady really is, and the compassion of my heart of bringing this to global, young, older people, Christian, unsaved people, just to the world. So take a few seconds and think about the song that's playing, and then begin to think about me.
Once again, you're on 101 Real Talk, introducing to the global initiative of the world, Miss Lady. This is 101 Real Talk, and we like to bring our hostesses and mistresses here to actually do what they do best and tell their world their stories from their point of views and how they feel. And I think in order to do that, you have to first be real with yourself. And Miss Lady is one of those people that is definitely real with herself and real with the greater broad public. So this is why we're bringing Miss Lady to the global perspective. This is 101 Real Talk Radio. Miss Lady, it's all yours.
Well, audience, friends, family, what I call now. Because when you tune into me, I consider you my family. And this segment is going to come from the heart. It's not going to come from some script. It's not going to come from some made-up, believe, pretending life. It's going to actually come from my heart. So I hope listening to this that you have compassion in your heart to understand and to see exactly how I see Real Talk. And I am so glad the producer, co-owner, whoever his title is, Shadane, my homeboy,
Chill.
is allowing me to be able to come to y'all and just tell my side of the story. A lot of times, people don't know the real you. You're misunderstood. You don't say things correctly. Sometimes you say things boldly. Sometimes you hurt people's feelings. Sometimes you don't mean it.
To hit some points, bring you up to date, and express myself for my future reference, because I have 5 children and I've been a single mom. There's been men in my life and in my home, even been married, but I stayed true to the game, to my children, whether they was there or not.
So let's start it off by asking the first question. Where did it all start off for you at? Where were you born at? What high school did you go to? Did you go to college? Why don't we, before we get into the kids and everything, go kind of deeper in Miss Lady's deeper self?
Wow. Well, to keep it real with you, I was born in Waco, Texas, Presbyterian Hospital, home of Baylor University. Go Baylor, keep your stakes up high. Where we real in Waco, Most people you find in Waco are very, very, very good people, good-hearted people, loving people. You understand? David Koresh was there.
Oh, thank God she brought it up because, when she brought up Waco, that was in my mind. 101 Real Talk. That's the only thing I really know about Waco. The name David Koresh came into my mind. But continue, please.
Well, you must understand David Koresh. David Koresh was a person that was able to talk with people, converse, convince, understand them, and have them to follow him. And the truth be told, the building burned down, the foundation built down, but David Koresh's body was never found. They found children and kids, but David's body was never found. So I'm not sure if David was a good person, bad person, not judgmental of that. He could have been God himself. I don't know. All I know that I haven't heard or I haven't seen or know anything else about David Koresh. It kind of faded away with history and the reality of life. We heard about destruction of the compound, but as far as David Koresh, I don't know if he's alive or not. And he is famous for Waco, but Waco is famous for the basketball. It's now a college town. Back then when I was born, it was more country. I am a country girl. I love animals, riding horses. I love the family-oriented life. I love all of that. And I have that inside of me. But I left Waco at an early age. And even though I was a country girl, I had city lights, almost like the Beverly Hillbillies. I was looking for gold, striking up oil. And when I got up out of here, I'm on my way to Hollywood, just like the Beverly Hillbillies did. I'm on my way to the Beverly Hillbillies, but I'm not going to change who I am. I'm going to still be old Jeffro and Green.
Real talk, good old Jeffro.
So, that's the foundation of that. As far as education go, Miss Lady went through a thing in her life that caused her to be crippled in her heart and heartbroken. And I left home not by my choice, by my parents' choice at 15. There are things in our home that I can't actually go in detail with you, maybe another segment, because it's very touchy. But my mom said a thing to me. She said that you're going to have to leave because at this point in time, you take care of yourself. I have to take care of my younger sister, rest in peace. She left her at 33 years old. And she had got pregnant at an early age. And my mom decided that at my age, I can go on and let me take care of myself. Wow. I was angry with life for several years and mad at the world because I couldn't understand how could a parent, put a 15-year-old child out in this corrupted, evil world, not knowing if I would have got pimped, on crack, hoed, someone killed me. Back in those days, Jamaicans were real bad, and I had to survive this thing out. But I'm church bound. I've been in church all my life. So I took my journey and ventured with God on my side. I never stopped talking to God the whole time, no matter what situations I went into it. I always used to have an open mind, talk out loud, and it was talking to God. So I am glad to say, and truth be told, and I'm going to look you the camera in the eye, I've never prostituted.
Woohoo!
I've never been on crack.
Woohoo!
I smoked some green. I smoked some weed. To deal with all that, nigga had to find up. You know what I'm saying?
420.
Smoke National Smoke Day. I always give it out to National Smoke Days. I got partners we all, kick it. I don't smoke weed anymore, but I do kick it with them on National Smoke Day just to smell the smell of the aroma of it. But I don't, that's just part of the maturity of level that I've grown to. I had to make it, and I wasn't quite legal age to work, so I falsified my birth certificate.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little forgery, man. I do a little this, do that. But I did to work at McDonald's. That was my first job, McDonald's. No Cliff. Where I went to school to Justin F. Kimball, but I ended up graduated from Mesquite High School.
So what you're basically telling your audience is you did a crime to get a job.
What I had to do, what I had to do.
Damn, ain't that kind of... Yeah. I mean, to get a job, though? Wow. This is America, guys. You got to understand. Man, this is not as all like think it's cracked up to be. America is rough, rugged, and raw. If nobody don't know about America, don't come here. To ask the Mexicans.
Do not do interracial on my show. I love all people.
I'm just saying.
I love them all. I think we all need each other.
I bet you the Mexicans will have a different viewpoint of America if you ask them.
Well, a shout out to all my SA partners. You understand?
See, they know about doing stuff illegal to get a job. They know all about that shit, guaranteed. They'll tell you the whole hookup. 101. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
My homeboy has a different view of life than I do. But he's telling the truth. So, with that in mind, I was smart enough at 15 years old
to do it before the Mexicans did. Get in. Black folks gotta get in, dog. We just gotta get in.
And the thing of it is,
by any means necessary.
Basically. And I needed a job. And I know I needed to make money in order to take care of myself. And I didn't want to do a lot of things that I could have resorted to. But I resorted to first finding a job. And I worked. I stayed on a job at McDonald's.
McDonald's will hire anybody. I'm sorry. I didn't want. Go ahead. No, damn, that was funny.
Whatever. I have great customer service. I have a winning smile. And guess what? My line was the longest. You hear me? Every speedy, I would do my job and do it quite well. So anyway, fast forward up a little bit. College.
College?
So.
Knowledge.
Also through all the struggles and stuff, not having a lot of family support. You like my house, the reason why I'm being there. I think that ladies, you know what I'm saying,
dude,
being a
look
Christian,
at the shoes, man. Wow, man. Look, man. Wow, man. Clean.
There's nothing wrong with adding a little, not for as much as sex to it, but just a little bit of pizzazz, a little class to it. You don't have to wear it so vulgar. You can be very elegant and wear different things that catches a gentleman. And I say gentleman, ladies. Man. Not thug. Not gangster.
Hood.
Not all that old stuff that's going to cause you drama. I say gentleman or a man's look at you. And he will see you and view you in a different way than you would like what you want to be viewed as. We're going to sip that. That's a whole other segment, but I'm talking to a couple of my homegirls, and they all dress different, and then we'll bring that segment, and I'll sit down with some girls, and we all talk about that and the way we fashion and how we do different things and how we bring things out. Now, education, because that is very important. Without family support, it's hard to go on into college, and all those people that's in college, I give my top off to you to make it through 12 years of school, to go on to college to get a degree, to see yourself to go further and further and get a career in education. I think highly of you because that tells me how much self-worth you have about yourself. And
then these days, you can do all that and still not get a job, still have to resort to doing a crime just to get a job. This is America.
That's why entrepreneuring and investing into yourself, becoming a business person, I'm just saying people, but person, makes it better for you. Because at this point in time, you hire you, you fire you, you set the rules, you open up your shop, you close your shop, you refuse customers that comes in there with that other mess. You're the boss. And once before, I showed you my tattoo, and I'm going to show it to you again on camera. It says CEO. And that means I'm the boss of Miss Lady. So, even though Miss Boss has a boss too, because everybody has someone higher than them. So with that in mind, my boss is God. That's the way I view it. Okay? So let's go on vacation. He makes me laugh. He does. He really does make me laugh. Because I think of him in his mind and what he's probably saying. It's like, y'all don't want to know. He would open up a 2-hour segment. I must interview him on my show for y'all to understand exactly which way he comes through. Because keep in mind, He's from California.
Yes.
And we're Texas
Yeah.
girls.
Yes.
And we're totally different from California women.
Texas.
You know, California women walk around shopping in two-piece bathing suits. That's an everyday thing. They're fine. They look good and they floss. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're more humble than us Texas girls. We rough riders. You understand? We tough. We hard. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to deal with so many different things here in Texas. There's maybe different and versatile to California. So back to education, because I don't want to skip that. I went off in beauty school. I got some business education. I have accounting education. And at 43 years old, I'm now back in school. I'm out for summer. I'm taking more business class because I've had several businesses and they didn't succeed because I went on my own street knowledge versus educational knowledge of knowing how to run a business. I also studied theology because I think the Bible is very, very important. Everybody has so many different points about the Bible. So I want to know more and more about the Bible. My homeboy here, today,
Yes, 101.
tripped me out. We was at the park. He smoking, drinking beer, and we just having a casual day. It was beautiful outside the other day. And he compared me to a woman by the name of Ruth in the Bible. Ruth has a very short chapter. So
Yes.
I didn't understand what Ruth meant. We hear about Mary Magdalene. We hear about all the whore. You hear about all these other different women in the Bible. But I've never heard someone say Ruth. So I began to read and study Ruth. And what he actually was saying was Ruth was a very, very, very strong lady. But she loved God and had a very compassionate heart. So with that, I applaud him to see Ruth, a lady of the Bible, even to be compared to a woman in the Bible is an accomplishment. So I applaud him for giving me that compliment. I did begin to read Ruth. I did ask questions in my church. Once again, Gospel Tabernacle, shout it out to you. Bishop Debbie Morton, Melanie Morton, look what you're doing with your girl. So anyway, pass on. If you want to check out Ruth and find a little bit more about me, pick up the Bible, read about Ruth. Find out what type of lady Ruth. You might have some Ruths in your life and don't even know they're Ruth.
That's true.
Check that point. You know, you could have a Ruth in your life and you think she's just hardcore through and you just really don't know exactly about it. But if you read it in the Bible, you may be able to understand her more. So if I've covered that part that he asked me of education, I am back in school. Business and theology is what I'm majoring in, career in now. I have a degree in cosmetology, makeup, fashion, different things. I have a whole different unique than everybody else. I don't like to work with everybody else. Like I like to stand out. I like to be unique. I like to do different things. You might not never know what way I come out to y'all on the
necklace, like the necklace, very
well,
nice.
thank you for liking a necklace. I know you might not see it close up, but it's very unique. And my homeboy Scooter, shout out to Britain Bazaar. He's one of the top dogs I got. Britain Bazaar got the best accessories. So ladies, if you want to accent your jewelry, your outfit, and come out with something hard, different than anybody else,
That's right.
check out Scooter. That's my homeboy.
The earrings go
Much love, Scooter.
with the dress.
Yes.
Yes. Very
Okay.
nice. Classic. Very
Thank
classic.
you.
Okay, and to finish up this little segment, we're going to go in the Miss Lady's Book Club, and she has brought a special book for you all to see today. It's Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. And this book is dedicated to all the young kids that believe that you should have a dream and have to be able to follow that dream and be able to be prosperous with that dream and actually be able to live off that dream and make that dream a reality. So, Miss Lady, can you briefly tell us about your book club and the book you have brought with you?
Well, little background. Actually, my son, which is Little Bubble, and if you've seen my page, he's an aspiring rapper. He's a little bitty guy with the glasses. That's Mama's heart. That's my firstborn. Little unfocused, little throwed out. Not sure which way he's going in life, but how many mothers know they got a kid like that too? Well, I've been keeping this book since he was in elementary. And I keep this book posted in my house. I have a dream. And what I have a dream mean to me in Martin Luther King Day is he had a dream for us as African American, black, niggas, however y'all call yourself.
Beep, we're gonna have to bleep out niggas. Yes, we're gonna have to edit niggas. Okay, go. We were just talking about Martin Luther King and she gonna say niggas. Ain't that a nigga?
My thing about it is, you know what I'm saying? My thing about it, you said real talk.
Real talk, that is real talk. Gotta get them.
Excuse me, I
Paparazzi.
have my famous son that's trying to be his favorite rapper come in while we're speaking about the book, and maybe he'd like to sit down and come and talk. Let me introduce you to, come here, little Baba.
Hello, world.
That's Lil Bubba.
Hey, y'all.
This is my baby.
Look back. I'm standing there waving my snap back. Hey, how
That's
y'all doing?
my son. I love him to death. He's got a characteristic all of his own. But back to the back of the dream of I have a dream of Martin Luther King.
Right.
I am very inspired by Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King had a love for people and for them to do more for themselves and for us to have as African American people better for ourselves. And if we really think about all what Martin Luther King done and what the sacrifices that he done and what he all went through, including dying for us.
Yes, he did.
For us to believe in ourselves, have a dream, because without a dream, you will never have anything.
That's true.
You have to have focus on something in your life that you got to reach for. No matter what obstacles come your way, don't give up your dream. He didn't. He had people coming at him, threatening to kill him. He had to march around white people that he know that didn't like him. He had to stand tall. You know, not only Martin Luther King, Coretta King. I mean, the list can go long, and of people, you know, Malcolm X and all that people that. But Martin Luther King is a favorite in my heart. He protested everything, and if we think about it, some of the things that Martin Luther King did help us, because in 2012, young people, y'all are blessed to see the first black American president. However you view him, however you think about him, doesn't matter. The dream that Martin Luther King set out for us to have a black president came true. After his death, but God still allowed it to come true. You cannot say that we have never had a black president ever again. We have one. So I say all that to say, never forget what Martin Luther King did for us. And when we walk around with our pants sagging, we walk around looking a hot mess, ladies. When we walk around doing things that is not of maybe our culture, have a heart of Martin Luther King that he wanted you to have better, see better, and do better. And that's what Miss Lady wants. That's why I'm bringing the real talk to y'all. Because I think that I understand y'all. By me having young teenager kids, I'm not old fogey. I'm not lost in the game at all. I'm real. And me and my kids have an open relationship, and they tell me what's going on. And I always tell my children, keep your dream alive. Don't allow it to die.
Keep hope alive.
Because your dream is what's going to keep your drilling to going to reach where you want to go. No matter what it is, if you just want to be a wife and the best wife, then dream of being the best wife your husband can have and be a housewife. There's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. So, whatever your dream is, keep it alive. White picket fence, want to live a stable life, want to live a country life, want to live a rich life, want to live umbrella making life, want to live a hood life. If that's what your choices is in life, this is your choice. This is your mind. But also remember to keep an open mind to expand it. And he said briefly, so with briefly, I end on the note to say, I have a dream. And at 43, I'm still striving to get to where I'm at. And that's to love y'all, show my compassion, and do whatever I have to do in order to reach your heart. I had a chance to march for the first time because when Martin Luther King died a couple years after I was born. So I've never been in a protest before. So I protested for Trayvon Martin during the hoodie section. So I just wanted to let you know that it was fun, it was different, and it's a part of my history.
101 Real Talk Radio, yours truly, your host, Once again on the reality segment of Miss Lady's reality show. I have a dream, Martin Luther King. Keep the dream and the hope alive. 101 Real Talk.